Well, good morning, everybody. Here we go on day 16 on the trail. Feels like 30 with all the days I've taken in town, but necessary. I'm trying to meet Nicole in Wrightwood, and it just worked out that I needed to make a stop in Big Bear in order to get some things out of my pack, get some resupplying taken care of that I couldn't get taken care of in Idlewild, and met this really great guy that works at the post office in Big Bear. I mentioned to the lady I was working with when I was shipping some stuff out that I needed a ride. Jeff happened to overhear it, and he offered to give me a ride to this Cougar Crest trailhead. It's only about 15 minutes out of where I was staying in Big Bear, but it was awful nice of him. And what a great guy. Just to offer a random stranger a ride to the trailhead at 7:15 in the morning. So, Jeff, if you get a chance to watch this, thank you. Much appreciated. And I hope you're able to, one of these days, get out on this trail, whether it's just a section hike, a lash, or if you do the whole thing. It'd be good to have you out here. Trail needs good people, has plenty of them, and has room for another one. So thank you very much. Now we're walking up Cougar Crest Trail, mile mark 277.7, 2.5 miles uphill to the PCT, at which point, depending on terrain, we're going to try to cover another 14 to 16 after that. So we'll see, but I'll give you a little morning walk through here so you don't have to hear me huffing and puffing anymore. Okay, well, we're going to give this a try. You know I have a face made for radio, so putting me front and center is usually not my idea. But I'm walking up the Cougar Crest Trail. We might run into a little bit of sun. I'm going to try to change the orientation of this a little bit. Maybe that'll work. This is a test, so go easy on the video commentary. So, Cougar Crest Trail out of Big Bear. Spent two nights in Big Bear, primarily to get myself on target to meet Nicole in Wrightwood next week and to ditch some stuff from my pack. I came up the Black Mountain Road out of Idlewild and went for, I don't know, I want to say 14 miles, maybe 13, and then did the, oh geez, sorry for the sun. Yeah, I'll cut that out. Let's try this. We'll walk backwards, or we'll just stand here. And then did the 12 or 13 miles from my camp spot down to Cabazon. And that walk down the back of San Jacinto and through the 4 miles to the underpass, it really is hell. I don't care what anybody says. I don't like it. And I wasn't going to do Mission Creek, so I got an Uber from Cabazon Interstate 10 and Ubered up to Big Bear, and the poor young lady that drove me just about ran out of gas. We were lucky enough to find a gas station as we were entering Big Bear, or that would have been a disaster for her and me. But we made it, and then Big Bear, nice town. Really enjoy that town. But now it's time to get back on trail and work our way towards Wrightwood in the next week. And that's pretty much it for now. I'm going to get going once I get up to the top of this hill and get on the PCT proper. Then I'll check back in and see how things are going. This little dude has been moving this thing down the path. There might be two little dudes working on it, but I only see one guy scrambling. The other guy might just be hanging on. Whoops, sorry. I don't know if he's got himself a piece of poop, but he's getting it pushed downhill. He's taking it somewhere. Oh, he's got a little uphill there. Oh, that's a struggle. Oh, look at him go, though. Just right over that ridge. I don't know where he's going. I could watch this for hours, or at least until he gets home. But it might not be interesting to anybody other than me. So, on that note, I'm going to step by. You can hear Holcomb Creek in the background. Just walking to the final camp spot. I might be a quarter of a mile away, but it's shady for a little bit. Well, here we are. We made it to camp. Had a harrowing water crossing that I was going to video, but just you couldn't do it. I had to have hands on one branch that went across the water and feet on the other. One was higher and one was lower, and then I had to grab a hold of some young green branches near the end, pull myself across. It wasn't hard. It's a little scary, of course, but it wasn't difficult. I just didn't want to fall in the water, especially being this close to camp. So tomorrow in the morning, we've got another crossing to go back onto the other side of the creek. This one is going to get wet, probably knee deep. Maybe in the morning it'll be not as deep, but it will be cold. So that'll wake the body up pretty fast. I'm going to put the tent up, get everything stuffed inside, and then I'll circle back around to a video kind of recap. So I'll be back in touch. Not a bad little campsite here in the sand. Creek on the other side. You can kind of get a little bit of a look at it here. I'm going to go into the sun just a shade, because right about there where you see that the majority of the water running across, that's where the trail goes across, and it's probably knee deep right now. I'm hoping it's shin deep by morning, although I expect it'll be considerably colder. But that's for tomorrow. Right now, this is home. Got some dinner cooking, and once I get done with that, get my pot cleaned out, then into the tent I go, and then back up tomorrow probably around 5:30. Get out of here by 6:30. Not sure really how far I'm going to go tomorrow. There's a sandwich place that'll pick you up at mile 314, which is probably too far for me, 21, 22 miles. No reason to go there, because they probably don't have a vegan sandwich, and if they do, it ain't worth 22 miles. So I don't want to stay at the hot springs, because it's Friday and it's going to be chaotic. So somewhere between the hot springs, which I believe are 307, and the sandwich shop pickup spot, which is 314. So if I split the difference at 310, I think I can find a campsite somewhere in there, and that'll put me at about 17 miles tomorrow, with some soggy feet to start the day. I've looked up and down this creek to try to find a way across without getting wet, and I just don't see it. So I'll report back to you in the morning. We started out at 277.7, and I believe we're at 293.4, and we had a 2.5 mile walk up Cougar Canyon trail. So that's the mileage for the day, and this is the payoff. So I'll take it, and I'll talk to you either one more time before the bedtime or tomorrow morning.